The Madlanga Commission will hear the testimony of attempted murder accused Vusimuzi Matlala when it resumes today. Matlala, who was originally scheduled to appear before the Commission on the 1st of September 2026, is expected to spend today and tomorrow in the witness box. Let's now cross to SABC News Anchor Sakina Kamwendo for more on the story. Sakina, good morning to you.
Well, good morning, Leanne. Day 160 of the Madlanga Commission sitting here at the Bridget Mabandla Justice College. It promises to be quite a big week here at the Madlanga Commission. We are, of course, expecting back today Vusimuzi Matlala, and then on Wednesday we also expect the return of the leader of the National Coloured Congress and Member of Parliament, Fadil Adams, who had his testimony postponed from last week. Now, just focusing on Matlala, Vusimuzi Matlala for the time being, and he, of course, has quite a few questions to answer to this commission. So he was here in July, but of course, that testimony ended up in a postponement because Vusimuzi Matlala was involved in another matter, and that matter is still before the court. And having had a word with his legal representative at the time, she had not anticipated, did Advocate Annelien van den Heever, perhaps that particular matter would take as long as it did, but we know that it has now gone on to a trial within a trial. And this is, of course, the case where Vusimuzi Matlala and four co-accused are alleged to have attempted to murder his former girlfriend and socialite, Tebogo Tobejane, businessman Joe Ferrari Sibanyoni, and of course, music producer Sienki Mokubung. So there's also another matter that, of course, Vusimuzi Matlala was involved in, where there was a plea and sentencing agreement with the state that had subsequently fallen flat. So this brings us back to some of the questions that Vusimuzi Matlala has to answer here before the Madlanga Commission of Inquiry. And it relates to, among others, the SAP's 360 million rand tender. Also, his relationship with some senior ranking police officials like Major General Shibiri, who seemed or is alleged to have received some money from Matlala. Then there's, of course, also his relationship with Suleiman Karim. And you would know that on Friday, that matter came to a head where the commission had indicated that it would be instituting criminal proceedings against Suleiman Karim because once again he failed to appear before the commission after having not conceded to an examination, given that he is ill-disposed, and the commission had set out in a previous order that Suleiman Karim needed to be examined by an independent medical practitioner, which he did not, of course, accede to. So that matter will now be proceeded on criminally by the commission. So Vusimuzi Matlala expected back here today and tomorrow, but it's going to be interesting to see how all of this develops, Leanne, because, as I said, the other criminal matter is still continuing. So what is going to happen? How will the commission proceed? If he invokes his right not to self-incriminate, will they, like they had done before, as in the case of one of his business partners, Mike van Wyk, read the evidence into the record? We don't know. But of course, at 9:30 this morning is when we will find out exactly how things will play out. And of course, we still have Kenny Mapanga coming in, and we will take a look at what happened on Friday, because we saw the return of Advocate Drushantha Ramsamy, and we'll unpack more of her evidence as well with our analyst later on, Professor Mabunda. So quite a bit to come from here, and we'll bring you more in the next hour. But for now, it's back to you, Leanne.